Alrighty, welcome back. Second try, second stream of PLO 50 today on RunItOnce.eu. I deinstalled the client, reinstalled it. I don't have the other poker stuff open on the side. And let's see if we have a less crash-prone experience now. The pot in the last hand, we won a small side pot. Somebody made a straight on us. That's what support told me. So they were very quick in answering their stat. Alright, let's do this. Apparently there's some action going on right away here. We're sitting on 3 tables, that shall be plenty. Get raised here, that is fair. Oh. Okay, oh. Pair from the board. No clubs whatsoever. Fortunately. Kings down here. And take it down. More kings up here. In MP. Here, raise fold, I believe. Get out, I am gonna fold them. Raise, but let's just double check if that's right. Actually, the 6-5 should be called. But having said that, I'm gonna fold them, Not trying to look up hands on the matrix at runtime, only after the fact. If I do look them up at runtime, then I'll stick to the decision that I announced beforehand. But for future reference. Out. Jua in the channel. Welcome back, Jua. Thanks for the good luck. Nice to see you back. Yeah, we have some ground to make up. We're down like 3.5 buy-ins for the day. Just a few spots where I could have acted differently, a few that just completely played itself. So today is closing the action. Part of it, and here we're gonna be part of it as well. It was suited King 8, 7, 7 in Ash pot. Have both the backdoor flushes. That out's good, hopefully. If we get to see a turn, that is. Giving us a gutter and a whole bunch of blockers here. Hit double gutter. Make that the nuts. Wow. That is certainly unexpected. And a bit small, hopefully somebody can find a crying call. A 9 or a set of 9, something like that. No takers, huh? Right, so as I said, reinstalled the client. Let's see if that helps with the crashes, because we've had a few too many of them for my taste. And at PLO 50 it kind of starts to suck having to play big blinds, not getting to see all the hands that we paid for in one orbit. So knock on wood. We are sitting on 3 tables. That shall be plenty for us today. PLO 50 for a few days we'll stick to 3 tables, I think. Looking anywhere. Upper middle pair. Much. Pair now. A diamond in our hand. Let's bet it. Kick down. A nice big splash. That would be what Doctor ordered today. Though we, by rights, we really shouldn't win a big splash, because we won plenty so far. Not that I would be against. Wow, they're playing for it all. Aces against aces, okay. Was it? I'm happy to hear that. That No Limit was running. Did you see any huge splashes? And how did you make out? Oh, you ran bad. Man, that's rough. If you have a good player pool, super soft field, and you run bad, no. But as you say, it happens. Can't force it. Blocking things like 10-9, Jack-10. Just borderline okay to see that there. Here, stop the current nuts. It was a min raise. Here we flopped the nuts as well. Of course, well, we're helped by the fact that we do actually have a spade in our hand. Get a fold from him, I shall not be mad. Cool. And looks like we're golden. Taking one down there. Double paired kings here in a splash. Call. Kilo 50 so far. So the first 2 days that I played, I really didn't play that well, I must admit. And subsequently we were down a little bit. Today I played better, I think. And currently we're down like 3.5 buy-ins. As I said, some spots I certainly could have played a little better. There were some spots I played itself where I didn't get there. Yeah, but yesterday kind of it's where I found my feet at Kilo 50. And I really liked how we played yesterday a lot. And yesterday we finished up almost 4 buy-ins, I think. Yeah, down for a day, but it ain't over just yet. Only raised this because one guy was not on a table. We were playing a little bit short, otherwise this needs to be folded. And arguably it still can be folded here in MP, even with one guy missing. Creepy dude, he's gonna get a lot of respect from me when he raises there. Decent hand over here. Absolute ace, king, queen, 5. A call. A fine board to see bet on. But it's gonna have to be a bet fold. So we're really looking to take it down right away. Okay, giving us a gutter and then actually and a nut flush draw. We have overs. Chowser in the channel. Nice to see you, Chowser. Okay, let's really hope he doesn't have tens full. He checks and I would suspect we're good. Wait. If what? Did I misread my hand there? That shouldn't become a habit on PLO 50. Oh no, he had a full house. Oh, the 3 was board pairing card. I see, I see, I see. I had noticed that the 3 was pairing the board. Oops. Had not noticed that. Up the low end of this grade here. Up here we now make a straight ourselves. Nobody bet so far. Let's hope this happy state of affairs continues. Did have the flush, I ended up calling here. I'm not sure. Oh, this thing is spade, I'll let it go. We don't... we could be dead too already. Alright, I was gonna fix the bot command for the tournament. I'll do it. Have to do it a little bit later. Top pair, both backdoor flushes. Nap card here. Two backdoor flushes. Let's hope he has an ace-8. Not a set of 8s. Fuck. On flush. Too bad, too bad. Well, we make a straight. Unfortunately, we don't have a single club in our hand. Make 2 pairs, so we have full house outs. Check. Board, giving us top pair, not flush draw. Ace is over here. A raise in front of us. well, I would say. Not blocking on our own outs. We do have the ace of hearts. Ooh, against sixes. No, are you kidding me? The backdoor flush. Okay. Well, you know, if the session keeps going like this, then I'll spend the night studying. That's fair enough. I don't think I'm getting steamed up yet, but sometimes it sneaks up on you. If I lose like 2 more buy-ins, I think I'll call it a night. Or at least take a break. That one was nasty. And John Sprinkles. Well, you know, hands like these are not helping. Not great. I think with the last pots there, we're down like 15 buy-ins, something like that, at PLO 50. We flopped nice enough up here. Down here for pot size, we need to let go. Welcome back, Johnny Sprinkles. Hey, Redskins! If only a Shazam, man. I would love a Shazam right now. Nice to see you back, buddy. I hope you're with us in the home game tomorrow. Few decent hands, top pair, gutter. Top 2 pair, of course. Put an open-ender. Oh, Lord. It's a mess. You look delicious today. I'm looking delicious at the tables for some people, that's for sure, but thank you. I think. Over here I have a decent bluffing spot now. Having all the 10s. Also having an open-ender is definitely helpful. How much are you up on the side? On the side I'm up, I can't say I'm in buy-ins at PLO 10 and PLO 20. Oh, sorry. With Rakeback I'm up like 280 buy-ins, but on PLO 50 of course, which is dragging the results down, we're currently down like 15, 16 buy-ins I think. And I want to say we didn't deserve half of that. No, when does deserve ever come into it? In a splash pot, let's do this one a little bit faster. He comes over the top, we go. Potting it. One decent day and you're back in profit. That's true. That AK end is a fold. Do you remember more about the hand? And I'll gladly look it up. Thanks for the nice words, Drowny's Crickets. One decent day indeed. Like I need to put some more money on the side. Yeah, I think for the day we're down 6 binds, something like that. Now we can make quad size, I guess. But against the pot size, I'll have to let it go. Weekly global deposit limit was exceeded? What the fuck? I have a weekly global deposit limit? I never applied for one. Well, that could potentially be a problem. So, we sit on a table, so I have enough side for a rebuy, enough money for a rebuy. Should come to it. Reset. Oh, that's odd. I don't think I applied for a weekly deposit limit. Yeah, this one is the gun. I don't like it. But then, ace is up here. Do like. King it. Yeah, looks like I have to talk to support later a little bit. See what's up with that deposit limit. Oh, what's going on there? Down here. Take the nuts with a redraw here. Well, the site isn't crashing after the reinstall, that's nice. It's either the reinstall or the fact that I had microgaming open a lot of the times. I think well, with one guy behind I had no club. Not sure. I mean, I did have the queen, yeah. Thanks for the additional details there, Heads Up Master. Oliver, your turn, you think? I'll tell you what, I'll write down and put it in the Discord, see what other people think. And thanks for that input there, always appreciated, man. King. King. Up. I'll gather some feedback on the hand. Thanks. Alright, looks like we need to make a few buy-ins, hopefully not get drawn out on with top set again. And man, flopping aces and flopping the set really hasn't been all too good to us on PLO 50 so far. Yesterday somebody made quads on us, and when he had kings, we had aces. Flop came ace, king, whatever. Oh well, we'll weather the storm one way or another. And if need be, we'll move down a level again for a couple of days or weeks or whatever, how long it takes. Wouldn't be too depressing. King's done here. Top set once more. Let's see how it treats us this time. We lost top set 3 ways earlier again as well. We're all in. But I want to be fatalistic about it. See how this one treats us. Ace is on table 2 as well. And we take one down. Nice. Dash, we have a decent hand to battle for the extra rake back here. Over the top, and I think we'll just come over the top again if he, yeah. Really short, otherwise I wouldn't have, of course. That one down. Pity, yeah. Here we burn amazing. Ooh. Double suited, double paired kings. Oh, small Shazam, no, small. Go for the raise fold here. Fine, and the cutoff. Oh, big one. Weekly. Double suited queens with a 6 and a 5. Nice. All a race. And flop a gutter into straight and a backdoor straight. With the backdoor straight as well, I think we need to take one off. A pretty active player, this guy. Ideally we get a 7 or a turn. Okay, that's a disconnect, it's not a crash. Crash in a moment. Never mind, came back. Yeah, if it's just a flush draw and the gutter, we need to let go. There might be some bluffing potential on jacks, 10s, on the river as well, but slightly too big a sizing, I think. Oh. The min raise, right? For gutter, we don't really have much. Here we now have to push Orca. Double suited, double paired aces here. Ooh, wow. Okay, here we go. This treats us. And down here, double suited, it would be amazing. Yeah, money's going in. Here's a 5 EFLs. What are they up? They're aces against aces, huh? In the end, we would have, should have, could have, but nah. Not in advance. This guy folded, we took it down. Had we known that both of them had aces, I would have gladly put it in. Tell that just yet. Raised here. Oh, quick run down, single suited 8 high. 3 ways, huh? Qualify for now. Pair backdoor flush draw on top of the current nuts. Out here. Back some. Yeah, okay. Faded the whole deck there. Got hole on this table. I can't put any more money on the side. Also, not saying that's the reason. I'm red holding at the moment at PLO 50 anyway. I'm really not looking to play super deep. But that was a proper Shazam, man. Awesome. I needed that. Okay, things are looking a little bit friendlier now. For the day we're down Around 4 binds, maybe a little bit less. Oof. Although, sleepy character, not. Blade blocker and then backdoor flush draw. King out there. Doesn't have kings. No, a tight player like this, I pretty much automatically put him on aces that want to be careful right now. Because had he flopped kings, he wouldn't check there, unless he has kings and amazing backup like an open end. Well, something like that, but I really doubt it. No, no, it doesn't. There are also rundowns, one gap rundowns, as long as they're double suited in there for sure. Yeah, Alter, welcome back. It's won a 3-way all in, thankfully. I think a guy like this we might very well be able to get out of not. On the flop at least we had some decent backdoor equity. Still have the gutter 2 pair outs. I'll be firing 3 barrels here if he calls. Also checking, letting him bluff if he wants to, but he doesn't seem to be a player that bluffs. Yeah, exactly. Strong double suited high rundowns. Not the highest though, not like the queen or the king high. Starting at a jack high, going down. Wow, deep the tank. Thinking about like what kind of hand he needs about the call here for that long. Curious. Yeah, this for example could be a 4-bet sometimes. Actually in this case it will be a 3-bet. Because I'd much rather play this one heads up. Over here we have double suited kings. Yeah, but now I don't need to 4-bet. Had he called this, I would have, probably. Okay. Have a rev here. So we can't fold this. For the pot, I think we need to put it in here. Unfortunately, it have that hand. Here, this is of course not a happy turn. Aces here. take it down. So this guy 3 bets, oh 4 bets. King, king, jack, what was it? Like to see at the table. Jack 6, triple suited. In 4 bet. I don't think I've seen too many min 4 bets. Kind of strange. It's raised here. Let's on with interest what happens there. Go down. Okay. That's right out. And we're good. Yeah. Yes, I do. You can't fold after a 4 bet, I think. I don't think they're 4 bet folds at 100 BB. Unless we're talking about being plainly deep, but even then you call it more. You don't have less incentive to call at least. Let's say you have more, I don't know. Never thought about that, but yeah, you can't lay that down. Also with a strong double suited rundown or 1 gap rundown against the 5 betting range, you're doing really well. Because the 5 bet is almost exclusively aces. And then you can never lay this down. You're doing pretty well. There's some rare cases, of course, where they have double suited aces, have your suits dominated and stuff like that, but even then you can't fold it. Like even if you knew that, you would have to call, just given the pure pot odds there. Now if this guy raises, I would call. Raise those triple suited kings. Yeah, they do, but with the low cards, you're still doing well against the 4 betting range. Generally speaking, even with the gap. And in fact, the gap ones, from what I've seen in the solver, get 4 bet a little bit more often than the non-gap ones. Because you wanna... I would think because you have an added incentive to take it down right away. And they still flop well enough. That's for us. Double suited kings here. Yeah, seeing that we can't reload, I'm gonna bet hold here a little bit more aggressively. What it is right now. We flop pretty well as well, I would say. Top 2, both backdoor flushes. On table 1, we take it down. Now with the 5 in our hand, put a straight here. We have a gutter ourselves, we have a flush draw, top 2. So let's actually check this one out in the matrix there, Alter. Let's see what the solver approach would be at that exact spot. Right, so it was the 9765 double suited. Two scenarios. First, the one we had. Small blind versus button. 7. Let's raise called. Spot actually. Which is what we did. Do triple suited. Well, we do have the Jack 10. By the way. Open and straight flush draw. Also, we block a lot of queens. King, queen, queen 10, jack, queen. So let's check out this exact hand for a cold 4-bet scenario. There's no positional information for that in the matrix, just a cold 4-bet. Yeah, and it is a cold 4-bet, actually. Okay, well, we cut down on a number of crashes apparently. We only had this one so far. We installed the software a little bit earlier. Crashes became a little bit too frequent for my taste. That being said, we just bad one. Back on this table. And for the cold 4-bet spot, let's check out the same hand just without the gap. The 9876, I guess. Solve approach would be there. Same difference. 9876, 9865. Would be cold 4-bets, not the 9875 though, interesting enough. I think the solver really likes the 5-6 combos, from what I've seen. Let me take care of that one bot message on the side for the home game tomorrow. Ooh, ace is down here. Take a a minute. Very pleasant board. All right. I played micros. I don't think the jump is that large. Yeah, oh, that's a little bit optimistic here. And click the raise button here on autopilot. Pop a pair and an open-ender. Here. And then now. Clicking raise pot, we called. Closing the action. Make a set here. 7. The flush draw and all that backup. I don't mind betting. Here's run out. It's 6. Good. Not comment. Sitting out, that's fine. Jesus, just stuff happening all over. Phone's ringing. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry about that. PLO tournaments, Illuminator, they're amazing. It's like playing poker 10-15 years ago. There's a lot of value in PLO tournaments. From what I've seen. They're super soft. So by all means, if you like PLO, play PLO tournaments. They are amazing. Yeah, the ones I've played a bunch of them, not completely without success. Scaramanga in the channel. Nice to see you, Scaramanga. get raised here, we're gonna put the money in. There's a whole bunch of draws on this board. Fortunately, he gets there. The PLO journey so far is a bumpy ride. And we're down a bunch. We're down like currently 14, 15 binds. I cannot tell you quite exactly just now. Per day we're down 5-6 binds, unfortunately. Yeah, and I need to talk to support because there's a daily deposit limit or a weekly deposit limit that I reached apparently. I can't put more money on the side right now, which blows. More aces up here. Let's try this again then. Very nice aces, double suited ace, ace, queen. Gutter, backdoor flush draw. Decent board. Yeah, the first 2 days at PLO 50 I really didn't play that well, I must admit. But yesterday I liked how I played a lot, made some profit yesterday. Without any clubs, I'm not sure what to fold here. Here the flush draw, which he's doing decently against us. Enough. Yeah. Hope it's not jacks. Jacks were not great. Great against that hand. Nice. Well, not great here. Flush draw. So I need to rat hole a little bit. What's gonna happen here? Right, so the first 2 days, as I said, first 2 days I wasn't really happy with how I played. Also I had some nasty suckouts on top of not playing optimally as well. And yeah, yesterday things went well. Today I think I'm okay with how I played. Not as well as yesterday so far, but good enough. And also some nasty suckouts. Yeah, we're gonna check fold. Interesting. Get down on table 1. Cool. Running under EV, definitely running under EV, and both, actually, Scaramanga, both. Coupled with some binds, I definitely deserve to lose. I can't nice up that fact. That would be a lie. So yeah, some of them I definitely lost, and a bunch of nasty setups. Yesterday, the first 2 binds I lost. First one guy hit a 5-outer, or 4-outer, something like that. Second one guy hit a 1-outer. I guess 1.5-outer because he had a backdoor flop draw as well. But we still managed to pull ahead in that session. We can pull off the same trick today. Against 10s, huh? Tough. Back. No. I don't think so. It was a no, not in the 3-bet part. Okay, if you heads up if you're not betting this board with aces. Like, what boards are you betting? Even though we didn't have a club, but welcome back to the channel, Matis Fuana. If I'm pronouncing that anyway correctly. Nice to see you here. I think that's a good spot to bet. We have the backdoor flush draw, we have the gutter. If he has a pair of jacks, we want to make life as tough as possible for him. Don't let him draw potential two pairs for free there. I'm not saying my approach is the best, that's just my thoughts about that spot. Nah, I think there's plenty of boards where I would check back. This is too uncoordinated. Here we need to let it go. But don't get me wrong, Martus Fina, I always appreciate if somebody puts their thoughts into the chat. Always gives me something to think about, and I have learned from people doing just that. You have double suited queens up here. Right in the right spot. Yeah, that looks better. I'm not gonna fold double suited queens. I was not gonna call here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna come out the top. It's all I can do right now, Scaramanga. Yeah, but I'm not getting tilted much. Was a very fine board. Size up here. Unfortunately, we take it on right away. Ooh, wow. Ain't that a nice hand? Ace, ace, jack, jack, single good. Yeah, thanks, Garamanja. It's nice of you to say. This streaming helps. Oh, wow, that helps a lot as well. Let's do it your way then. And welcome back, Gloryman. Hold some. More aces up here in the splash. Those are really crappy. But in the small blind, there's not going to be any flatting going on. If we get super lucky, this guy comes over the top. That would be amazing. Calling is acceptable as well. I know that's a pretty nasty board. And with the Nutflash blocker and the trade blockers, of course. Kinda have to go for it here. Get it done. So here it's kind of interesting as well. This guy limped. I raised, he came over top. Lost the action there. And now seeing that they both checked, we're gonna pot it here. Here. Right on, right on, right on. Yeah, Glory, happy to hear that you got your computer sorted out. We were down around 4 binds for the day, I think. A little less. Got shot on top right. Check back on Jack 6-7. Oh, that's a good question. I don't think I have that one in me. I'm not saying that a c-bet there is the perfect idea. That's an interesting spot to Jack 6-7. Base. Not hold it blocking. Like I'm assuming like single suited board, like 2 of the same suit, and us not holding one of those suits. Up here, blind versus blind, got raised. Up 2 pair, under BB. That size. If it pots it, we're gonna repot it. With the Jack and the 7 as blockers. Well against aces, of course, which are not blocking at all. Sorry, here. Nice, nice, nice. Red hole a little bit. We need to do. Yeah, sorry, you're not gonna get the excitement of playing deep stack for a couple of days on this channel. Big blind, we're c-betting here. Always against a small blind, I would just pick. And probably size down on a board like this. And comfortably fold if you get raised. Yep. Ooh, nice! The 5-card PLO we did in the Mastermind, huh? Cool. Right on. Be the new Nut Crusher. Ooh, you have the Mastermind Excel sheets, huh? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Download, if you want to visualize them, download the tool that I put in the off-topic section on the Discord, Storyman. Ooh, in Martes Fuena we have the home game tomorrow. Just put the info there and join us if you want. It's a lot of fun. One of the tournaments is play money, so you don't need to put up any money, and I add a prize pool of $5 for the top 3 finishers in total, not quite there yet. And also a bounty on my head of €1 in both tournaments. It's usually a lot of fun. Oh, there will be more. Yes, I think so. Odds Oracle, right, right. That's something I definitely need to do. This table that we red hold on wasn't that great. I'm gonna join a different one. I have enough problems with 4 whole cards. Me too, the Alter. I'm not even kidding. They present a lot of problems to me as well in various spots. Why I use the Matrix so much. Airplane, potentially. I heard that the games are good at PLO 5, but for that I would need to play on stars. I don't even think microgaming has PLO 5. And I'm not gonna play serious money on stars. I'd like to get some rake back. Wow, you played really high then, Martes Fuena. Jesus. Nice. Not under the gun. Yeah, that is high. Nice. Air. More aces. Should we go for the splash pot special? Do it. Seems to be... you know what with one guy sitting out, maybe not. There were 4 guys behind us, sure. Go with the splash pot open limp, hope for the open limp re-raise. But not with one guy sitting out in this big position. Probably not. For now, the bankroll the right direction. We'll have some ground to cover. But at least the last half hour things went well. Try not to play in stars. Yeah, man after my own heart. Me neither. Yeah, the rake back is non-existent. 1% or 3% or whatever, I don't consider that rake back at all. Wow, now that would have been a spot for us. And we've been in the spot. Thing would have been in. Okay. Up here, closing the action. Or almost closing the action. Decided to call. Let's go for the check raise. They're not a lead here. Cool. It's only a flush draw. Damn. Sorry guys, on the table for the red holding, I apologize. Can't do anything about it right now. Not forever though. I had the same MO when up from PLO 20. And see playing deep just there, just in the beginning. Now we're down around 2 binds, I believe. For the day, get aces down here, helpful. Our endeavor to get back to even. All under decent board, blocking the nut flush as well. I think if both of them call, we gotta call behind and we get the prize, but like this. Then I'm quite good. Or if I should. Ender. Flush draw. Nice aces on the table. Let's plus. Okay. Gloryman, you do that. Awesome. Thanks for dropping and drop in and see you soon. And hey there, Domogamler. Nice to see you back. Wants to pay for it all. Nice! Nice! Oh, God, I can't tell you how happy I am. Like, earlier we were playing 3 tables and I had like $27 left in my account left, or like 50. Having sat down on 3 tables, so not even or yeah, like 1 buy-in. And now that changed considerably, and that's because I can't put any more money on the side right now, for some reason. Like, there seems to be a global deposit limit, I'm not really sure what's up with that. Oh, here we flop nice, here we turn awesome. I'm just gonna check. Youngest have called dinner and I'm the way of the household. PLO lab. Oh, I have that too, the PLO lab. That was nice. The last shot, worked really hard, took advantage. Nice, Martes. Nice. That is an inspiring story. Wait, why did all the... Oh, because I had the button set for leave all tables. That was not my intention. Sorry. Intention at all. Click the button there. But with the deuce and the 3, we're gonna let it go, and apparently I need to restart the client. Waiting list, not a huge deal. Figured out. Yeah. Fair enough. Oh man, how am I? Put on roughly buy now for the day. Yeah, but that's nice to hear. I definitely need to put in way more study time. I think I'll take a second day off soon. Right now I only take Mondays off. Don't play the full day on Sundays. To figure out another day to take off. Just so I'm able to A, relax, which is important, and also put in more studying time. I sorely need it to do. Poker's dying. Well, PLO certainly ain't dying. Get your best year in 2018. Join if you want, Matthias Freund, join us in the home game tomorrow. And also, if you want, join us on our Discord. There's some hand discussions going on there, and there's a bunch of people on our Discord now. We have like we have 60 members, I think, almost. So it's a fun place. I'm gonna put the info here in the chat. And we have Thallo, who plays high stakes live. Just played a session in Bobby's room with Philhem and 1 or 2 other names I recognized. And so he gives advice in the Discord, and somebody just joined. Maybe that was you. Awesome. Okay, close the table, restart the client real quick. So Magamla, PLO 50. I'll give you the rundown. Hang on. So we're still, the really short answer is we're still down like 11 binds currently. The slightly longer answer. Table, like it. Okay. Slightly longer answer is that I don't think I played all that well the first 2 days, I'd have to admit, and didn't get helped by the fact that the dealer was mistreating us in a bunch of spots as well. And so after the second day on stream, we were actually down 20 binds, or around, like maybe 21 or 19 or something like that. Which of course sucked donkey balls, so then I decided to take the day off, put some studying time in. Embarrassed to say that I didn't study that night. Happy to say that I went on a really nice run. Also played well on microgaming that evening. Won back like 10 buy-ins or 9 or something. So, and today we got into some rough spots. A few spots I could have played better, but overall I'm decently happy with how I went about things. And yeah, so on that off-stream session, or during that session, I think I kind of arrived at PLO 50, so to say, like mentally. Started to play my A game, and so yeah, the current result is we're still down 11 binds currently, and earlier this session, for the session we're down like 1, I think. Earlier this session we were down a bunch, like 6 binds, got it all back within the last 60 minutes. I'm in good spirits. Valaholic here as well, and yeah, you came just in time for me to answer that question for Domogamla. So perfect timing. It seems we're not getting seated on any table. I'll just restart the client once more. Close the tables. Sometimes there's a bug there. That particular one doesn't happen all that often. Was you? What was you? What was you? Are we playing against each other, Martes? The hand with the 8s there? It's Batman. Oh shit. That was you then. Yeah, now it works. Now we get the seat. No, he got seated for a moment. Then the client crashed again. Good times, good times. Oh yeah, so Martesman, then it's not quite as enjoyable to win a buy-in from a friend of the stream there. I mean, it's still poker and it is what it is, but Alright, 45th time is the charm. So you're allowed to, you can play on RunItOnce, that's awesome. Do make the flush here. Decent. You know, goes pot here. Doesn't. Gonna check call. And if he pots, maybe I have to reevaluate. Because I've seen people do that on PLO 50 a bunch of times already. Like, check the nuts on a turn and then pot the river. This time though. And somebody's sitting on a nice stack here. Finds deep. Wow. Come on, you call, or you come over the top, that would be amazing. You have the ace 8-4 in his splash pot, triple suited in hearts. Get to put in a substantial 3-bet. I almost potted it here too. 9's not 4's out there. Turn. And I could go for the bluff here with the ace of diamonds, and I think I will. They're playing for another big one. Might be getting fed up with getting rebased there. Oh, you joined the Discord. Oh, you joined the Discord. Okay, okay, okay. I didn't win that hand against you. Awesome, 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 awesome. Welcome to Discord, mate. That's nice. You're there. Up pair, backdoor flush, and of course the overpair. Check one off, actually. I think. Well, rebase. I don't know. Make 2 pair in the end. One straight out there. We block queen 10. We might be good. Find out. He claims he's liking this river a lot better than we do, in fact, so I'm trying to... No, I don't use Monko Solver, so I use the matrix to look up a lot of hands, which I still need to do quite frequently. But I think... hang on. I think that's true for a lot of PLO players, that they know that you... Nobody can really remember all these hand combinations, those hand ranges, and what to do with them. So I use that, and I use the mastermind. And I also have still access to the PLO lab. On the upswing. So no, I only use products of Monko Solver, or results from the Monko Solver. That's... the matrix is based on that, and a lot of the videos in the mastermind are based on that. And so I'm gonna bet fold this. We have a gutter ourselves. We can have any number of hands here. It doesn't connect to the board too hard. Yeah, maybe later on I'll buy like an old server and put a Monko Solver computer in my home. I don't really want to rent a computer for that. Buy an old server, I think, would be my plan. Oh, you were talking to Matthias Weiner, because you know that I don't use Monko Solver, I think, Domo Gambler. If it was geared towards me, the question, then you have your answer right there. There's a gap here. More aces. This seems to be the aces table currently. Bugging me if the tables are not aligned correctly. I'm like a little bit like Monk. Card. Splash down here, might be some action involved. Didn't have to hand for it. Kimsey3841, welcome to the channel. Nice to see a new face here. Yeah, welcome to the channel. You probably noticed my name is not Raisin. I play PLO, recently moved up to PLO 50. Used to be a short stacker for the last 1.5 years. Then when RunItOnce opened, I figured I'll give this a shot and fell in love with 100 big blind with proper PLO immediately. Next day I turned on the webcam and have hardly stopped since. And have been streaming ever since. And yeah, I do this time basically. I stream every day for long hours. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Let's see. Board. Flush draw. And as a blocker is helpful. If you get raised, we can put it in. That of course is an amazing turn. How about a raise? I don't know, maybe with the king blockers, with the king and the 10 blocker and the nut draw. Back there, but nah, you know, generally speaking, trying to get money in the pot there is never a mistake. If this guy raises, I'm gonna come over the top, just because he was a poster. Could be like sort of raising defensively here. Normally this is not a raising hand. Top a top pair on a rainbow board. A block or 2 straight draws, interest rates. Without any backdoors, I'm inclined to let go. Raising here and raise calling at that on the button if I get raised from the blinds. Rotate out table 3 because it doesn't look that table 2 doesn't look that nice either. Mark some players so get seated back at the same table, then close it immediately. I bet really small on the flop. Check the turn. He caught something here. Pair of queen. Take a note that he called. That's not even a top pair there. An interesting spot in a 3-bet pot here. Out the raise. one off with RunItOnce. Really hope he doesn't get that big here. Any live poker? Hang on, I'll get back to that in a second. Oh, he checks. Awesome. Doesn't have jacks. Nice. And I'll get back to that in a second, Scaramanga. So no, basically is the short answer. I played a couple of years ago when I was working in Canada. I took a trip over Christmas to Vegas, played limit poker, $4 and $8 yeah, limit poker in Vegas for 1 week straight, pretty much, and enjoyed that very, very much. But other than that, not yet. Like if the bankroll allows it at some point, I will take a trip to King's Casino, which isn't that far from me. It's like 2-3 hours by car, probably. Yeah, I would love to play a little bit live poker there, but other than that, also in Germany or Europe in general, the rake is really iffy, to put it mildly. But you know all about that, Scaramanga, if you're from Denmark. Your name seems to indicate. Then you know that rake isn't fun in Germany, in Europe. Let's fight for the rake here. Cool. So yeah, Scaramanga, that time in Vegas was amazing. I played every waking hour, didn't sleep too much, and had a whale of a time. I would love to do that again. Either play limit, although I would probably have to brush up on my limit skills for doing that again. And playing PLO live is very appealing, but for that I would want to have a much larger bankroll. Basically, in terms of bankroll, I think I would like to be rolled for below 200 in order to take a shot live. Yeah. Or somewhere in between, being rolled for PLO 1 and 200. So it looks like table 1 is very nice. Two very loose aggressive players here, apparently. And the table change certainly might pay off by the new tables. King's Casino in the near future. Oh man, Scaramanga, I can't just yet. I don't have the bankroll for it, but I'd love to. I'll get back to you once it's becomes a possibility for me. Then with pleasure. Now, turning top 2 here is quite amazing. I'm gonna pot it. What about he does? Now, he might have slow played a set. First position, that is certainly turn here, but can't really do anything about that. If that is the case. I can't call. There's two behind me. What? Turned 8s? He turned 8s. I can't believe it. Unfortunate was that. Jesus. And no king ball on the river, huh? Disgusting. Well, that's not helping the bankroll. That was kind of a setup spot, I feel. A nice hand down here. Table 2, I'll just check for now. Any backdoor, so let it go. Oh, go now. How did the 2K shot go with the whale at the table? Sometimes you have to take a shot if a super juicy player is sitting down at a higher stake than you play. Ace, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Then you made it. My mind as well. Decent splash here. We have sort of a hand. Great, somebody will raise, yeah. Man, there's a lot of money in the middle. A lot of spots. And good on us, because now we would be basically forced to call down, I think. Oh. Ooh, another one. Getting this time. Crap in a basket, huh? I can't even put the 50 cents in. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Aces? Wow, perfect. This guy had a 4-bet folding range earlier. Let's see what he does this time. go with folding this time, huh? Jacks and deuces. Come on. Be nice. Very nice. Oh man, that's amazing. And we're not folding here. More aces. Against anyone? Well, I say luckily because as I said before, I'd rather not play deep right now. Get back to even first. How about you come over the top, you call, and then we play three-way, so that. D8, I'm gonna size up here. Ah. I was really hoping he had a draw. $10.99, huh? Good. Fair enough, fair enough. Wow, that's one of the crummy tables from there. And break even? Well, that's alright then. Double suited ace, we're not folding here. F8 double gutter backdoor, nut flush draw. Nice, Matthias. Nice. You probably rolled for PLO 600. Awesome. And we're gonna take one off here for half pot for sure. Well, give us the nut straight. Hampered by the fact that we don't have a single diamond here. X, and I would suspect we are good unless he has a below flush. Yeah. Does have that, unfortunately. Okay. Similar spot up here. Similar hand. Flop a pair and backdoors, flush and fours. Double gutter. Not sure here, I can maybe check, but he is really short. If he comes over the top, we need to follow it off. He makes it house. Pair here, we're much happier for him. Going in. Damn, not going your way. Yeah, not all the time at least. I mean, still reasonably happy. Another day has been gone. Fine. It is fine-ish. $10 BB per 100 on PLO 200. Awesome. That is proper crushing it, man. That is crushing it. Sweet. Last hand on this table. This table is way too quite aggressive thing here. Up two pair, block us two straights. Yeah, I don't think so. And some better tables. Agrudu? You know, with these side cards, I can just let go. Even though this guy is very loose aggressive. Yeah. Letting them go is a better approach. Let's see what the solver approach would be here. No, actually it's a fine raise call on the button. Yeah, this guy will like him. Got her on the flush draw. No pair, unfortunately, so we need to let it go at this point, especially for pot size. Oh, aces. These we can call on the button, just bet it for a change. Aces don't get much crappier than that. check back here, pot control, and also that way we can utilize the spade blocker should the spade roll off. Go for it here with the aces. Talking it nuts. Hard as I can. Getting snapped. Nice, we took it down. Bitch down the matrix. And for Carnian. Does look like value, I have to give him that. I think I let this one go. Go better spot. Okay, this guy is equally crazy. So I'm go. Watch this actually. I'm gonna red hold this table. What's that? They deep currently. Okay, got seated back at the fun table, that's awesome. This one we let him go. I was looking for a better table, but one is the one we didn't like from earlier. Top pair, back to flush draw and a gutter. So I think all the overpairs would have bet here. Ooh. Take those, please. Hopefully a decent flop. That's not a great card, unfortunately. Maybe it saved me money. Who knows? Wow, we flop huge here. And Razor checks. Open ender, flush draw. Actually got it to the straight flush. And the overpair. This one I took down, I think, yeah. Felt a c-bet by him on the flop. Up having ace queen 10-3. So any gonna raise a 10 here. Actually, I'm gonna come over the top. This might be really stupid. But he's done it to us twice now with the min raise on the flop. Of course you have the queen 8 deuce. Jesus. Well, I have nobody to blame but the dealer and myself. Nah, can't really blame the dealer there. Interesting. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell us much about the previous hand. Maybe he had it there too? It's a crazy guy with a reasonable hand. I don't mind building the pot right away. Go for the check here though. The gutter half. This one go. But that sucked with the set of deuces there. Jesus Christ. Well, out of the 3 tables we're sitting at, we're sitting on 2 very nice tables at least. Table 1 and table 2 are amazing. Okay, we have a top pair. Giving us a gut shot and a flush draw on top. Folding. Also not folding the river. Check this one out if correct to fold, but I would assume so. So after ace-jack tens, or some of them get raised folded, the 10 deuce should be raised called from a solver perspective. Okay. Not a great flop. Back behind. Turn a gut shot. Table 3 doesn't look exciting at all. Find a better one. Overpair and the flush draw. Jack is a small blocker here. Oh, that's of course not great. Two pair against the pink shirt here. I.e. a pretty loose aggressive player, to put it mildly. coolest slow roll ever if he shows up with aces here. Find a better table. Find a decent hand up here in the splash pot. Ace King Jack 4 double suited. Open and a straight flush here now. Oh, that'll work. Over here we've been checking all the way and I'll check it down. Straight flush didn't get called. Pair of deuces. Oh, actually a pair of nines takes it down. Okay. Let's hope the getting dealt back in works. And apparently on my computer right now, RunItOnce doesn't like it when I open more than 3-4 tables. So it's the exact moment I clicked on sitting down on 3 more tables just to switch some tables out, and that was the moment it crashed. Happening on the table. Back on those. Can't. Yep. Cool. Right, hang on, be back in a second. Right. Back just in time. Closing the action, calling here with King N3. Okay. So I would assume nobody, especially nobody behind us, checked the straight here. And we're blocking our own out, we're actually gonna go for the pot. Wheel! Welcome back, mate. Thanks for the good luck. Can use some good luck. Well, it's already starting. This guy didn't bet. Putting us into a very tough spot. Take one down. That's the tail end of my cat. Gearing the view there a little bit. These guys are up to this guy is... I've seen him do one really nutty thing pre-flop where he went all in. An 8-6-4-3 something good. 400 BB. This is why he's donning the pink shirt now. Find a better table. Yeah, so I think right now we are down. Let's check it out. I think around 3.5 buy-ins. A little less. Something like that. We have a splash here. We have a hand. Okay. Wow, they're playing a huge one. Christ. This guy's loading it up, he's loving it. Up against Lloyd here. So if this guy comes over the top, I am not folding. Here, without a heart, let it go. I think. Oh, we flop a huge wrap. Backdoor flush draw. Not smallish. I do have a club, so I'm gonna fold here. Nice. Called and we're good. Ace is on the other juicy table. Fortunately, the fun players both fold. Here, certainly gonna see bet. This 9. I think let's bet fold it. Look down on table 2. Took it down here. And here, top on a rainbow board, a top set. Kind of hands? What kind of hands? Maybe we lost some value. We certainly could have raised flop right away. It's not large enough to flash to raise this hand under the gun. Though one guy is sitting out. Nah. Up pair and an open-ender. Big blind. With all these cards on the hand, I'm gonna go for this, I think. Having the straight draw on top, the backdoor flush draw, and block any kind of hands call with. I don't mind taking it down right away. With deuce, the cutoff. Oh yeah, never mind. We want to play a double suited ace against Desmond here. Turn a pair and a flush draw. King, but when you straight possible. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, those are horrible spots, especially if the guy decides to find a bet there. Okay. Third raises here. Let's on that. Curious to see what he shows up with. Table 2, everybody folds. One better either not. Heard the noise. I like that play. As followed. Thank you very much. I like that play. Epic tilter in the house. Nice to see you, Epic. Yeah, I like that play. I appreciate the follow. Nice of you. How's it going? What is the latest? You shall have the latest in a moment. The latest is that I'm now feeling comfortable at PLO 50, which I really wasn't the first couple of days, I must admit. And yesterday we finished up 3 buy-ins. Here we make the nuts, by the way. And today we're down like 3 currently, something like that. We're down a little bit more earlier. But so far so good. Fortunately, they have one fun player left. This guy's sitting out. Let's see if he comes back. Top 2 here. Yeah, Epic. So, yeah. The first couple of days I really didn't like how I played. Starting yesterday and the day before off camera, I did like it. Really? Top 2? Are we... Backdoor hearts. Let's go with it. Sad life sucks. We could raise. Anchor. Bolts. Win. And here we're gonna come over the top right away. For the full pot as well. Having no spades. Down. Yeah, so not too horrible, in short, epic. Not too horrible. So I think in total on PLO 50 we're down 13 buy-ins. And especially for the first 2 days, I certainly deserved a lot of it. Not most of it, but a lot of it. Yesterday we had some nasty suckouts at the beginning of the session. Quite demoralizing at first. First we got hit by a 4 or 5 outer or something like that. And then by a 1.5 outer. We had one out. It was set over set, we had aces, he had kings. He hits a king on the turn. Also had a backdoor flush draw, which is why I'm saying 1.5 outer. Yeah, I think we're good here. Turn, 2 pair. What? Latita, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it immensely. Nice of you. Not a fun player left on this table. That is a huge pity. Aces with kings and a 10. Ups to the king. I have the nut flush blocker, backdoor nut flush blocker. Wheel, so actually right now I'm only playing 3 tables for the time being, because I want to be able to concentrate a little bit more on what's going on. Having moved up. And so I don't know where my optimal table number is, I think it's a little bit higher. Really with the lead? Okay. So I off-stream will play more tables, especially when I play on micro. Then I play, you know, when I was short sticking, I played up to 14, 15 tables sometimes. But 4 is decent for the stream. Yeah, allows me to focus more. Once I get a bigger screen with a bigger resolution where I would have the tables overlap, then I'll experiment with 6 tables, but only after the update, because right now with 6 tables it crashes a lot more often than it does with 4 for me. Yeah, it does take a while. It took me 2 days. Actually 2.5. So the 3rd day we were down, like over the first 2 days we were down 10 buy-ins. And on the 2nd day we lost on stream like another 10 buy-ins, which wasn't fun at all. And decided to call it a day and study. Didn't study, but played off camera on micro. I posted that on in the Discord as well, the graph for that session. And that went really well. I made almost all the buy-ins back, like 9 buy-ins back or something. Yeah, but since then I feel comfortable. I think I'm holding my own now, yeah. For the most part. Yeah, I think so. And it's not like the level of play is hugely different. Actually, I don't see a difference to PLO 20 at all, to be honest. And if worst comes to worst, you know, we're gonna move down and regroup. Unfortunately, it leads out. Also against a short stack, I don't think I should call that. Very likely, yeah. Very likely, I think. Like if I bet huge and the guy raises large, then I would need to tank a long time. Maybe every once in a while I can find a fold, but man. Would need to be a... Habitually I couldn't find a fold there, no. If the pre-flop action was nasty and you could go like, yeah, you know, maybe he's sitting on kings. Then maybe. Other than that, hell no. But, you know, I'm not saying my MTT game is all that great. Joining this table, that's awesome. Maybe it's the same dude that sat here earlier. That would be the nuts. Little queens down here. With the 8 in my hand and without a single spade. Modding sounds good. I have absolutely no showdown value, so let's see if we can get him out. Min raise, just min raise, huh? Up the gutter to the straight flush. Half for half pot. I can't do it in that case, that's unfortunate. Aggro, huh? Nah, not triple suited and the 3 in the deuce is asking it. I think in total I allocated like around 25 binds for the shot. And yeah, if I use those up, I have to like, do some soul searching, figure out why I'm running. Like if I'm running bad, if I'm playing bad, then I can reevaluate and decide if I stick around, pull some external money into the bankroll, or if I move down for the time being. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but if it does, I'll figure it out. Wait, I had a pair. That's still fine. Yeah, so like 25 binds for the shot, I think. The allocation there. Up top and bottom. Turn to a bluff with Jack. Flush blocker here. Getting snap called, that's good news. And we have to red hold aggressively today, because there's some weekly deposit limit on my account, which I never set up. I don't know if that's like an automatic thing on RunItOnce. Yeah, what that's about. Ace is down here. Rainbow board, king high. Good. So far. Taking a shot at PLO 25. Awesome! Epic, awesome! Go, go, go! Fingers crossed, man. I wish you all the best. Nice. On micro? Or what side? I guess if you say PLO 25, it sounds a bit like stars or side. Party maybe? Okay, this guy is proper nuts. Oh, you what just happened there? So on a board of... And when did the money go in? Lloyd, he raises. So on a board of... on the turn he raised 9-8, 3 deuce. He re-raised pre, he's Lloyd. Lloyd actually raises there pre. That's a flop. Calls. Eats the turn. The blue shirt raises. Roger calls. And they show down. Roger had the ace queen 10-3. We had a pair of threes and a gutter and a flush draw, I guess. Gutsy on the turn to come in raise. And Lloyd called the pair of nines. 10-9 6 ace. Christ. Okay. Here we're gonna play for it all. Up 2 backdoor. No backdoor flush. Blockers. Actually, I'm gonna go for the bet fold here with a spade in my hand that he checked. I don't think he would check a flush draw. I think this would be better. Here we river the second nuts. Take it down here. Awesome. I checked. Prefer to have him bluff into us if he wants to. I don't know. Betting there is probably not terrible either. Either way is fine, I think. Now I want to play as many hands as I can against Lloyd here. Try and raising this. Air gutter and second nut flush draw. Make that a double gutter. Trips. Play small ball here. Raise, because with a hand like this, you know, he's never gonna call us. He might come over the top as a bluff, but... And otherwise, if we get called, we are usually in trouble there. So, speaking of red holding aggressively, that's just what I need to do. Ballaholic. Oh yeah, you're on party at the moment. You should be on micro. Micro does have its advantages, previously discussed. PLO 20 is awesome on micro. Like there's sometimes, yeah, first of all, you'll have a quick feeling for how the players are, so you can quickly tag them. And there's sometimes of the day when the games aren't as good, but otherwise they're nice. I mean, the RunItOnce tables are very even nicer on the whole, I thought. So on micro, it depends on the time of day, I feel. A lot. Decent one here. Volume-wise, yeah, I think so. Board and we have a flush draw, huh? I'm gonna call here. Yeah, there are usually enough tables, especially during the day. Also short red holding timer, I think like 15 minutes. I want to play deep. Table, nice. Yeah, sounds, yeah, way to go, Epic, way to go. In case Epic doesn't answer in chat, Ballaholic, there's a huge, there's the next large update for RunItOnce. Ooh, the pink shirt came back on table 1, I mean. Up to the end. Here, I took a shot on a turn. Be folding a lot earlier. So the next update is gonna fix stability issues, which is the most important thing that needs to be fixed currently. Also some other stuff like flashes are not gonna count towards the raise size at PLO anymore. There's a welcome change and a different background for huge splashes, so you're not gonna miss those. And some cosmetic stuff and like that, but the stability, that's the most important thing. Bug fixes and crash fixes. That is sorely needed. Flush draw, I'm gonna call. Joy here. Yeah, pretty much Epic. He had 2 pair there and a blocker. Okay. One players on this table left, that is a pity. Up an additional table because table 3 down here really isn't at all. Damn it, the new table looks even worse. Ah, this one I can fold. Well, okay, no, we're blind versus blind, that's there. Hard, let's call it. Get this one up. I think we did. That's also one of the fixes, that showdowns are gonna be slower, all-ins are gonna be slower. And split pot animation is gonna be correct, so you don't think the money gets pushed in the wrong direction. Sometimes happens in multi-way pots as well. You go like, what the fuck, I should have won this, where's my money? But it of course ends up in your stack, it's just that the animation is wrong. Two pair, both backdoors, and we have a jack in our hand as a straight draw blocker. A raise fold here. Check this one out if this is maybe a little bit too overzealous. Yeah, you know what? The 8-4 would be a raise fold. Almost all the jacks are raise calls, except for the Jack 8-4 and 7-4. Talking about perfectly single suited. And the 8-3, 7-3 and weaker would be straight up folds, even on the button. Hand histories as well. I'm not so sure about that. What I heard about hand histories, Epic is talking about being able to download the hand history, which is a function that's already in the client, but currently isn't working, is currently disabled. And gonna be able at some point to download all the hands we ever played and port them into Poker Tracker or Holder Manager, the likes. And they said they're trying to have it in. They might not be able to, but if they don't, then they're gonna have the framework for it in the patch now, and they can enable that functionality a little bit later on with just a minor patch. I'll bet here once more. A horrible river. We do take it down. Wow, how did that work? And King 6-8, huh? Epic, that sounds good to me. Do that. And of course, once the patch is here, always table start PLO 20 on RunItOnce as well. It's only there you get to use Bash. Does I sound like I earned a lot of money in those so far. And yeah, sounds great. Also, I think Party has gotten really tough. Since a lot of the stars grinders went over there, because there they actually get rig back. Not entirely sure how true that is for PLO 20 or 25, but I think it's has some meaning for that stake as well. Ooh, wow, we get a lot of aces. Just gonna call or check behind, I should say. here. So we are currently sitting on 4 tables. I'm trying to figure out what tables to leave behind, so to say. Back, I go for like 2 barrels here. Rainbow board, otherwise I wouldn't have. But depending on his bet sizing, I would call here once more. A lot of excellent blockers. That's unfortunate. Back 9. Oh, aces, really? Very unfortunate. Fun. Yeah, sounds good. I mean, yeah, personally, I usually keep only a few buy-ins on a side, like 10 to 20, depending on the stake. And just reload a lot if I need to. We got aces here. Here with the jack, I mean, not multi-way. Aces take it down pre. More aces down here. Well, let's do the your way then. 3-bet with the ace-ace, queen 3. Suited queen. Money's gone in here. A blocker 2. Straight, we have a flush draw, we have a pair from the board. Here's not enough, turns out. Yeah, that's how I go about it. I try not to leave too much money on the side. Just because depositing and withdrawing is really easy these days. Actually, I used to do it by Skrill. Now since in Germany that works nicely, I am using direct bank deposit and withdrawal, just because that way I don't have any fees at all. Like with Skrill, you always have like a fee once you cash out from Skrill to your bank account. And I'm just avoiding that completely now. At least for sites where I can deposit in euro. Hang on. No, that doesn't make a difference. And all the sites I play I can deposit in euro, so good anyway. Except for ACR, I put some money on ACR for the home game to pay people out and not having to use PayPal. And there I got hit with a 10% fee, Visa fee as well, which sucked donkeyballs. So next time I need money on ACR, I'm just gonna ask around the Discord, see if anybody can like deposit in ACR without paying any fees. Maybe I can pay him on Skrill or whatever. Put it into their bank accounts. Whatever, I'll figure something out. Because I hate paying fees for shit like that. Especially when they're not capped. Like back in the day on Money Bookers, when Skrill was Money Bookers, and for some time afterwards, the fees were kept at like €1.50, and I was like, okay, fine, let's put it in the percentage, then it doesn't matter at all. But now that it's uncapped, I'm bored. I need to walk the dog some point soon. So maybe go for like a 15-20 minute break of the stream. Buddy? Oh, got a bind back there. That's certainly nice. How's the day looking? I think, if I'm not mistaken, we are roughly down 2 buy-ins. Maybe a smidgen more, but not much, I think. Yeah. No, it's not a bad move at all. You know, it really doesn't matter, I think. Have your money. No. So in terms of, you know, bankroll management or considerations, it makes no difference at all. As long as the money exists, it doesn't really matter where it is or how it's split up. Yeah. Just gonna check here against the crazy dude. Wow, now that's a beautiful. Just gonna check him once more. And then do a pure bluff at this point. Nope. Denied, huh? No flush? Yeah. I mean, all the tables are being 3-handed right now, so I think this might be a good point in time to actually go for the doggy walk in a few moments. The pool doesn't break. A very top-looking set here with a flush blocker. Putting a bunch of straights on the board. A bet fold. Bombing it, of course, if I need to fold here, but yeah, as I said, should have checked. Make that foot. No, it's just he checked so quickly. I figured I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I'll roll a cigarette, walk that dog. Back in like 20 minutes. That. I'm gonna end this hand right here. The 3-better is a decent board to keep c-betting on. Oh, we do turn a gutter now. Or with the 8 in my hand, might have been one for a second barrel. A little bit nicer, blocking the nut flush, flopping top 2, backdoor flush. Check call. Last hand for this part of the session. Yeah, so as I said, I'll be back in like 20 minutes. Crazy guy in position. Or crazy post, but I think I'll call here. A decent rundown. Two pair and an open ender. Wow. So I think he would be c-betting if he had an open ender. Overpair with an open ender. I think we got it here. The check 10 wouldn't check there, I think. But nice, took that one down. And yeah. Thanks for watching so far, everybody. Thanks for the follows. And I'll be back in 20 minutes. You can find somebody fun to host. And should you wish to, then I'll be happy to see you back. So, thanks for keeping me company. And let's see how the late night stream goes in about 20 minutes. Yes!